Hello, and thank you for coming back to Resource Rundown. So today I'm going to basically zero in on a plan here when it comes to book marketing. To the right of the screen, you'll see where I use Bing Chat to come up with a 30-day timeline for marketing a book. For purposes of this video presentation, we're going to be using my book from 2015, which is a timeless and evergreen type of book, because what I did was I took things that I knew were not going to go out of style for the most part, and guided people on how they can take their typical internet routines to the next level and get the most out of their internet experiences instead of just checking email, putting up a social media post, laughing at a few videos out there on YouTube, and then it's rinse and repeat. So at that particular time, so many of the family members and friends were doing the same old, and I was just like, do you realize what you could be doing with the internet right now? And so for some of you all who have the old school all around and they're still trying to figure out some things, or maybe you yourself consider yourself to be old school, you might want to check out that book. So for a client who just released a book not that long ago, we had to make sure that we started the process of marketing the book. And one of the things that you do is you research your target audience and their preferences. However, the old school way would have been to pull up Google and then plug in a bunch of information, but we're going to use chat. So whatever product, I don't care if it's a book, if it is your business where you're painting for people, or it is a service that you provide for video editing, we want to make sure that we're always doing something that is related to marketing the product or the service. Okay, every day for a period of 30 days, or if you have that type of time, 60, 90 days, but there should be at least one duty, one task each day that you're doing. So research your target audience and their preferences. So we're going to go over to, well, I use Bing Chat for the 30-day timeline. So I'm going to use Bard, Google Bard, which is another chat that we can ask questions. And I'm sure there's going to be so many others that come out, but these, I like them. They're easy to work with. Chat GPTs out there as well. So follow along as we're just putting this information together, okay? So you have your product, you have your service, you've opened up Bard or Bing Chat. So you need to find out the target audience for your particular market and their preferences. So I know for that particular book that my target market is the type of people who they don't necessarily use the computer on a regular basis, but when they do, they're doing the same old, right? So some of the people that have gotten this book already have been women. They've been in their 40s and 50s, all of that good stuff, okay? And they enjoy reading. So I can take some information from what I've already prepared, and maybe you all have some information somewhere from some flyers or whatever else that's floating around. You're going to use that to plug in to your chat. Stay with me. So I'm taking my book summary and I'm going to ask AI to help me with my target audience. And you should be doing something like this on your phone or on your computer for your product and your service. So we're basically doing this together today. So you could have used your business objective. You could have used your business description. You could have used, if you're a writer like me, your book summary, any one of those things. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see what Bard comes up with. Like I said, most of the people who who have gotten that book were women, and they were between the ages of 40 and 60 plus. So information's already up. It says the target audience for a book about finding new and interesting things to do on the internet would be people who are already familiar with the internet, right? And how to use it, but who are looking for ways to make their online experience more enjoyable and productive. This could include people of all ages, but would likely be most popular with people in their 20s and 30s who are active internet users. Interesting because the AI is saying 20s and 30s, right? And my actual shoppers have been older than that, but that's good, which means that if I'm going to market the product, I need to start targeting 20s and 30s, okay? Some of the preferences of this target audience might include they're looking for ways to save time and money. They're interested in learning new things and expanding their knowledge. They want to be more creative and productive. And then there's some cool information that follows. Now, you see what I just did? What I'm basically doing is I'm showing you the technique of so many individuals behind the scenes when they're researching their target audience. You hear that sort of thing and their preferences. They're taking the information that they already have and then they're plugging it into the chat. And then they're able to extract information about it, okay? Now we're going to continue on. Identify the best AI tools and platforms to reach your target audience, okay? Now, for those of you all, I'm going to put a plug in for myself. For those of you all who are familiar with me, you know that I actually offer this service. This is something that I do. I do the researching, I do the planning. I also select the best AI tools and the platforms for the businesses. And I also will create a marketing plan with the goals, with the strategies and the tactics that the business owner has in mind. But then we're going to compare with what AI has come up with. So I am available for this sort of thing. But for that one who's like, look, I'm just starting, I really would like to hire you, but I can't. This is why I put together this video. Okay, so we're going to go back to Bard and we're going to put in a new command. And what we want this time around is the best AI tools, okay, for my target market. So I'm going to just take that out and go best AI tools for the target market. Good thing about the chat is that it remembers what you put previously. Oh, let me do this. I want to put it in a form of a question. What are the best AI tools? To identify my target market. To identify the target market. All right, so here we go. Let's see what comes up. And you're doing the same thing with your particular product and service, okay? We're doing this together. We're all in this together. Okay, so the best AI tools to identify the target market. That's what we're after. There are a number of AI tools that can be used to identify target markets. Some of the most popular include Qualify.ai. This tool uses machine learning to predict lookalike audiences for your existing customers. So these are going to be tools that all of us can use no matter what the market is, which is awesome. Okay. So what you're going to do is when you want to use a specific tool, you can go ahead, utilize the information that has come up in your chat. Sometimes they're going to give you a suggestion, like if I had done this in Bing chat, they'll literally give you at the bottom the .coms of where to go. Now let's see as we scroll down if there's any that Google has provided. Okay, no issue there. If you use Bing chat or you use ChatGPT, you can even change up your prompt in such a way so that you want specific tools to use. Okay. But these are good enough. We've got user evaluation, we've got Gap Scout, we've got user persona, we've got crowd view. Okay, crowd view is good because you got those online forums that you can pay attention to what the audience is talking about. All right, so then after we've done this, it is day 3. I'm just speeding it up for purposes of this video, but now it's day 3, and now we're going to create a detailed marketing plan that outlines our goals, our strategies, and our tactics. Okay, so at that point, this is where, let's say I don't know I don't know the first thing about a detailed marketing plan. No problem. So you're going to ask chat to create a detailed marketing plan. Actually, you could start it off with act as a marketer and create a detailed marketing plan, and then you include your industry, okay, your title, your product, your service. So it could be act as, for me, since it's a book, act as a book marketer and create a detailed marketing plan that outlines, and then it's a goal to sell 100 books in 3 days. Pretty ambitious, right? And then using Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. And we'll say, and provide ideas on specific tactics to reach this goal. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and see what comes up. Now you do the same thing. Act as a, and then whatever your industry is, so, or your product or service. So you're going to, or just put general, act as a marketer and create a detailed marketing plan for a realtor, for a person who sells, and then you fill in the blank, and then go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and see what comes up. So that's 3 days in. And then of course, the 4 to 6 days, we're setting up some AI tools for our industry that we're in. Day 7 and 9, we're creating marketing content using AI. We're also creating, or we're also using graphic design tools powered by AI for our content. By day 10 and 12, we're launching our marketing campaign using the AI tools and the platforms we've set up. And we're also monitoring the results of our campaigns and making adjustments as needed. Something that some of us have forgotten, every now and again, we need to engage with the audience, right? So, for instance, my artists, You want to make sure there's AI-powered chatbots on your website that's there to answer questions. For some of you all, your phone blows up and it gets overwhelming. So you're going to want to start thinking about chatbots. Okay, so I'm just giving you up to day 15. Of course, there's so many more things that you can do in a 30-day period. So going back to what Bard came up with, it gave me my goal at the top, and notice how the format is, right? So the goal, sell 100 books in 3 days using Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Target audience. The target audience for this book, once again, is people who are already familiar with the internet and how to use it, but who are looking for ways to make their online experience more enjoyable and productive, all of that good stuff, right? We are choosing to go after 20s and 30s for this particular book. Then it gives me some tactics. It says Instagram, we're going to create some eye-catching images and videos that showcase the book and its benefits. We're going to use relevant hashtags to reach a wider audience. And it suggests run contests and giveaways to generate excitement and buzz around the book. Okay, not a bad idea. Facebook, it suggests post interesting and informative content about the book and its topic. Run targeted ads to reach people who are likely to be interested in the book. Host live events and Q&A sessions with the author to connect with readers and build excitement for the book. And then Pinterest, create visually appealing pins that feature the book cover, excerpts from the book, and quotes from the author. Use relevant keywords to make your pins more discoverable. Run contests and giveaways to drive traffic to your website. Sounds good to me, right? Sounds good to me. So this is the sort of thing that one can get without getting on the phone and calling a bunch of people, right? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? How are we going to be able to get some people? This is the behind the scenes. We're not putting a bunch of flashy video up here, right? We're showing you this is what it looks like. This is how it's done. It used to be a bunch of us in a room talking about this sort of thing. But some of us, nope, sorry, we don't need you anymore because I got AI. I heard people say this years ago, and I didn't understand why more and more people were saying that they didn't need my services. That's because they were already aware of all of these AI tools before the widespread marketing, you see. And some of us who were working in offices, we didn't have that type of time to go exploring all over the internet to find out faster ways of getting some things done. But some of you all, you got a little wake-up call. So for your product or service, you're going to go ahead and you're going to plug in the necessary information. Before long, you should be having, let's just go back over our goals here. Day 1 through 3, research and planning, or our duties. And then day 4 through 6, we're setting up our AI tools. Day 7 through 9, we're creating marketing content. Day 10 through 12, we're launching our marketing campaign. And day 13 through 15, we engage with our audience. Other tactics, other goals, all that good stuff. I do that sort of thing with businesses one-on-one. You're welcome to reach out to me if you get to day 15 and you're like, well, there's more stuff I want to do, or I want to learn some more. Awesome. Reach out to me for a small fee. I can help you out with it. You have yourself